rules have changed. There's a fine line between right and wrong. And somewhere in the shadows, they send us in to find it.
Watcher to 6 Actual. Target is in the main house. You have execute authority.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
2019. The Call of Duty franchise was in a weird spot. We'd just come off years of jetpacks, wall running, and the hero shooter vibes of Black Ops 4. The community was hungry for something boots on the ground again, but we didn't just want a retread. Then came the trailer. Captain Price was back, but he looked different, more real, grittier. When the screen went black and we heard "going dark," something shifted. Modern Warfare. 2019 wasn't just a reboot, it was a technical revolution for the series. Today we're looking back at the game that redefined the Call of Duty engine, launched a cultural phenomenon called Warzone, and divided the fan base like never before. The first thing anyone noticed about MW 2019 was how it felt. Infinity Ward introduced a brand new engine, and for the first time in a decade, COD didn't look like a polished version of an old engine. It looked next-gen. The animations were heavy and deliberate. The sound design was bone-shaking. Guns didn't just pop, they echoed off the walls of the environments. And then there was the gunsmith. This feature alone changed the DNA of the franchise. Being able to take an M4 and turn it into a long-range DMR or a stubby high-mobility SMG gave players a level of ownership over their loadouts we'd never seen. It made the game feel like a military simulator tucked inside an arcade shooter. While most people buy COD for the multiplayer, the 2019 campaign was a statement of intent. It moved away from the Michael Bay explosions of the past and toward a more uncomfortable, gritty realism. The mission Clean House is still talked about today. It was a slow, claustrophobic night vision raid on a London townhouse. No heavy metal music, no infinite waves of enemies, just you, your squad, and the terrifying ambiguity of who was a threat and who was a civilian. It reintroduced us to a more cynical Captain Price and introduced Farah Ahmed, a character whose story explored the darker, more political side of modern conflict. It wasn't perfect, but it felt mature in a way the series hadn't been since the original Modern Warfare in 2007. But then we have to talk about the multiplayer. This is where the nostalgia meets a brick wall for some. MW 2019 introduced a tactical shift. Maps were no longer simple 3-lane arenas. They were complex, vertical, and full of safe spaces, a term that became a meme in the community. Doors could be opened and closed, mounting was introduced, and most controversially, there was no dead silence as a perk. For some, it was the best COD had ever been, rewarding positioning and awareness. For others, it was a camper's paradise. And we can't forget the introduction of strict skill-based matchmaking, SBMM, which became the primary point of contention for veteran players. Yet, for every person complaining about Piccadilly, there were thousands of people falling in love with Gunfight. The 2v2 mode that proved Infinity Ward still knew how to make tight, competitive experiences. You can't talk about 2019 without talking about March 2020. Warzone launched just as the world went into lockdown. Verdansk became the digital playground for millions of people who had never even touched a Call of Duty before. The Gulag mechanic, the shared progression with the base game, and the sheer scale of the map made it a global phenomenon. In many ways, Warzone saved the game's longevity, but it also started a trend of massive file sizes and bloated menus that would plague the franchise for years to come. Looking back, Modern Warfare 2019 was the start of the new era. It brought us the best technical foundation in the series' history, but it also fundamentally changed the pace of the game. Whether you loved the tactical shift or hated the maps, there's no denying that MW 2019 had a soul. It felt like a labor of love from developers who wanted to make something that felt real. 5 years later, many fans still consider this the peak of the modern COD era. But what do you think? Was MW 2019 the revival the series needed, or the moment it lost its arcade roots? Let me know in the comments, and as always, stay frosty.